Greeting folks, our lesson for today is about kind-hearted, brought to you by Dr. George Tanis and narrated by Lydia. We all have witnessed acts of kindness from time to time. Every single day, someone can be spotted helping someone out. A good neighbor helping his neighbor with his car, a child helping an elderly with the groceries, a person helping a blind person cross the road. These are just a few examples. And sometimes, we also get the opportunity to be kind to other people by lending a hand. But the question arises, does being kind implies caring? Are these concepts both one and the same, or is there a difference? The standard definition of caring according to the dictionary is showing concern for others. Caring is often confused with kindness or the phrase walking in someone else's shoes. As far as empathy is considered, being empathetic is equally as important as being compassionate, but it's just an aspect of caring. When we talk about kindness, we often find ourselves using the popular phrase one random act of kindness. And that's where the difference lies. While being kind can be a random act, caring is a consistent process. When we say we care for someone, it's more than being kind or just walking in their shoes. It means we ensure their well-being. We ensure they are provided with all the resources they need, and we ensure they are safe, consistently. For the people we care for, we are always eager and ready to go the extra mile to help them out in times of need. And that's true caring. Apart from helping, there are many more ways a person shows he deeply cares. Being accessible when someone needs you, being there to fulfill a promise, becoming involved in someone else's world, and opening doors to your own and letting people in. These are also some of the simple ways that imply we care. But why should you care for someone? Why should you take some of your precious time and devote it to someone else? In the modern times, millennials and gens can often be seen advocating being cold. Being reckless and harsh to others is often seen as strength. As per the recent trends, if a relationship isn't poetic, it doesn't make sense at all. But is this attitude towards relationships rewarding? All thanks to the modern-day technology and multiple online platforms, everyone gets to project their voice on a global level, and the voices justifying this attitude can do more damage than good. Believing these philosophies blindly can actually squeeze away every inch of joy from your relationships, easily leaving you with only regrets. Why is caring important? Imagine you introduce a beautiful plant to your yard. You look at it daily, admire its beauty, you love it dearly, and you can't imagine its absence in the garden. There is just one thing you don't do. You don't take care of it. You don't consistently provide it the resources it requires to thrive. What do you think will happen? In interpersonal relationships, even an abundance of love and admiration are not enough. For relationships to thrive, care serves as a cornerstone. When you care for someone, it gives them a sense of safety. They feel supported, uplifted. They know they can count on you, and when they need you, you'll be there for them. Caring for someone can be a very rewarding experience for yourself, too. It can be a wonderful opportunity to discover yourself. Caring for someone in need teaches you better interpersonal skills and makes you feel valued. The journey with someone else empowers you and helps you form deep and valuable relationships. Caring for others renders you an abundance of joy. While caring for others consistently might sound a bit overwhelming, it's not utterly difficult. It is true that everyone has their own limits. People care as much as they can. But it's also true that as life moves forward, everyone evolves physically as well as emotionally. But sitting at one place, thinking that it will come to you won't make it happen. As the wise men say, practice makes perfect. The more you practice giving care in your relationships, the better you become. So how do you establish a caring attitude? Establishing the right attitude of caring. When people talk about caring, you can often find them saying that it's all about putting others before yourself. While self-sacrifice might seem and sound heroic in real life, it's not the case in real life. A popular saying states, change starts at home. Similarly, caring begins from you. Do you think when the voices in our own heads are consistently harsh, honestly brutal, and frequently criticizing, we can feel good about ourselves? Do you think when we push ourselves too hard and make ourselves miserable, it leads to good things? If not, why do you think we do this to ourselves? The answer is simple, because we can. Shocking, right? Well, it's shocking as well as dangerous. Don't you think if we do these things to ourselves, we might do the same to others as well, just because we can? The instruction manual in every flight clearly states that before helping others, help yourself first. And that's how you get started. Talking to yourself politely, taking care of yourself and treating yourself the way you would treat others. This is how you get started. You start with yourself. When you start taking care of yourself and start valuing your needs, you discover more about yourself. The process reveals a lot and you become more aware about your likes, dislikes, boundaries, self-esteem, emotions and so much more. As you become used to being treated nicely, you become more observant of the needs of others, too. When you feel loved and respected by yourself, it not only shows, it flows inward as well as outward. Caring for others starting with small gestures can help you go a long way. Keeping a check on the people you love is a promising way to start. These people could be your family, your friends or even your coworkers. Being observant of their needs and helping them out with small issues can give you a great level of satisfaction. Being at someone's service is another way of developing a more compassionate and caring attitude. Helping someone cross the road, feeding stray animals near your residence, holding the door open, or helping your elderly neighbors with their daily chores are some of the tasks that can help you help others better. Apart from all these, hugging your kids, a sweet peck on the cheek of your spouse, and a simple pat on your coworker's back are some of the simple gestures that convey that you care, that you are grateful for their presence in your life, and you want them to stay. So, who do you care for the most? Is there any person in your life you wouldn't hesitate to go the extra mile for? The essay. Please write an essay, up to 2 pages, about a past experience you or someone you know were not kind-hearted. Tell us in detail who, what, when, where, why, to whom, the time, the place of what you did, the outcome. And tell us in detail how you could have changed that use from what you learned today, so the outcome would have been good. Internalize this lesson. Make it become a part of you. Share your story in the forums. Our advice is for you to practice being kind-hearted for at least a week. Tell others around you to point out any event in which you didn't. Have them hold you accountable. Visit the forum and do a confession. What is a confession? A confession is when you've displayed a wrong behavior and were held accountable by one of your family members, peers, or even by you. Visit the forum and tell us about it. We will give you feedback. Make sure to watch the video about confession for more details. Furthermore, become a member of the forum and give feedback to others. That's how you gain practice in becoming a certified life coach. Read the article. Time for introspection. Please answer the following here. Print your workbook, PDF 4, WORD. What random acts of kindness have you witnessed? How did they make you feel? What do you think is the difference between kind and caring? Who do you care about the most? Do you think it has helped you become a better person? Do you spare some time for self-care? What's your self-care routine? If not, why? How did you cultivate a caring attitude? What steps did you take? Thank you, George Tannis, PhD. It is time now to move on to the next lesson, being neutral.